What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Alflicious. Castle level's a 20, validated on an archer. So let's jump into it and take a look. Level 20 castles, I think, are one of the harder castles to make a defense for. I guess they have a couple of good upgrades. I guess like 18 would be a little bit more difficult. But these fire mine setups like you have here get a lot of good upgrades at level 22. So you're kind of like right on the verge of getting those upgrades. Now I could have tested, and I'm assuming, let's take a look at what this is going. So they're all moving forward, which is something that I do like to see, but the one that's here, like this, that's just kind of throwing you into the wall, I'm pretty sure you could use this for stun immunity. And I actually, again, forgot potions, so I probably shouldn't mess around with this too much. I really am going to remember potions right after this video. But nonetheless, I think you could use that one springboard trap to gain yourself some stun immunity so that you can make it over this with like 100% certainty of not dying to the fire mine trap. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright. There's one of those Cyclopses that was completely not aggro when you ran through it, so he was asleep, and I could have gotten away with not attacking him. Not the biggest deal in the world, because it's only one 6-point Cyclops, but it is 6 points that's just kind of standing there, not going to be really doing much of anything. This could kill me. Nope. I managed to get across it. This could be just because your springboards aren't upgraded, or it could just be I got lucky. I'm not really sure. There are 4 of them. I'm not sure if they're spread out at all or anything. I don't know. I don't know how I got the stun immunity to be able to roll after I got thrown. It could be just upgrades in general. Like when fire mines upgrade, maybe they detonate slightly quicker, or when springboards get upgraded, maybe they stun you slightly longer. I'm not really sure exactly what the upgrades do. The one thing that I do know is I think they reset a little bit quicker, and I think they might even throw you a little bit quicker, which are pretty good upgrades for the springboard traps. And obviously fire mines give you more damage, which helps out a lot. So I think really your main thing should be trying to get up to level 22, because you have 2 fire mine setups in your castle, and getting up to 22 should help those out quite a bit. But yeah, we'll jump into number 2 and buy some potions in just a second. Alright, next up we have FlashBot. Castle level is a 19, probably validated on a knight, but an archer could easily validate this most likely. So let's take a look. Alright, so it looks like we have a spike tunnel. Unfortunately, spike traps like this get quite a bit easier when they're under level 24. Like, a lot easier, because of the fact that you only have 2 active panels. And they do a lot more damage once they get up to level 24 as well. It's just a really big stat increase for spike traps at level 24. So that's going to be the main issue with this first part of your castle. It's going to be a lot of defense points that aren't really going to pull their weight. Simply because of that. Once you get up to level 24, this will work out quite a bit better. Couple springboard traps there. Alright, so this looks set up pretty well. I don't really mind the Zeke, I think that's fine. And the Defendatron is good with the Zeke. Let's continue on this way to see, maybe you have some mines over here. I'm not sure why else you would have this continuing. I'm actually a little bit confused. Yeah, so I think this is a little excessive to try to keep someone out of just one mine. To have this many jelly walls, like at some point I'm guessing, like right in here, there's not really even anything pressuring me for damage. So all it is doing is wasting time. Which, I mean, it wastes your time when you validate your castle, and it wastes the attacker's time. Like, there's actually no reason to have these couple extra jelly walls in the middle here, for sure. And then, like, all of this is quite a bit of points just to keep someone away from one single mine out of your castle. Even if I wanted to skip that portion of your castle and just go for this one, I could at least 2-star it. So I generally don't like to put extra defense just guarding my mines. I think it's a little bit of a waste. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. Let's see if it's... Yeah, so you do have it set up so that your first springboard thing throws you this way, which in that case I can build up some stun immunity and make it so that I will not die to this. No matter even if I get thrown, I can just leap out of the way. And that's just because you have your front panels throwing them back towards that way. Now, if the ballistas are strong enough to kill people as they're getting thrown that way, like I'm over leveled, so it's hard for me to test it. But if you have enough ballista traps there where somebody can't build up stun immunity because they take too much damage, then I guess it's still okay to do that. It really won't matter that much. That's really the only situation where you can do that and still have it work, because if you have enough ballistas on the outside ring, that if I get thrown back towards this way, and I'm stuck in that jelly well with like 4 or 5 ballistas hitting me all at once, you'll probably have enough damage where people won't be able to do that, like with a high amount of certainty, and not dying. So that's pretty good. And then the rest of your mines are over here, and that ends your castle. So yeah, pretty good. I would just say, you know, work on upgrading your spike traps in the beginning of your castle there. But anyways, we will jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have Dashka Castle levels of 20, validated on a mage. So let's take a look.
Watch and learn.
Alright, so again, spike tunnels not on not level 24, so it's going to be, you know, a lot easier than it necessarily should be. I'm over leveled, so I don't really even have to worry about taking a couple extra ticks of damage. I mean, other people will have a lot less hit points, but either way, I think these sustain type builds where you're trying to use sustain damage throughout your castle, I think they're a lot weaker under like the mid to high 20 range, up to like level 30 obviously. Just because you have so many extra potions to use at the lower levels, like per defense point really. You know, if at level 30 you have 355 defense points and I still have 4 potions, where at level, you know, 5 you have 95 or whatever defense points, obviously it's going to be harder to kill somebody using sustained damage and trying to run them out of potions. It's going to be harder to do that at level 5 than at level 30 when you have so many more defense points to use. I mean, this isn't set up bad, I wouldn't say, but it's just, you really need to rush for level 24 if you're going to use a style like this, because spike traps get huge upgrades, and then like everything else, I mean, you can just add more to your castle. So yeah, I don't know about these 3 springboard traps here. A lot of people are just going to kind of step onto this and aren't going to just dive all the way this way and get thrown back. So I think those will most likely always be a waste. Alright. And then that one's actually a little bit weird. I kind of like it. I'm not sure if you need 3 Cyclopses. I think 1 or 2 would do the same job. But it's pretty interesting how you have this set up. Not many people do like ballista traps down in these hallways. It's pretty good. Let's see. Alright, and then it looks like the rest of your castle is going to be empty. So I mean, it's not bad, but I think your main problem if you're having trouble beating people is going to be just that you don't have upgrades. I mean, I don't think spike traps can be used until level 24. I think they're actually just have necessary upgrades at level 24. Getting that extra active panel, and then their damage just becomes that much more annoying. You know, right now your spike traps only do 70 or so damage, and up at level 24 they'll be doing 250 to 300 to archers and stuff like that. So they do a lot more damage. And then obviously an active panel. But either way, pretty good castle. We will end the video here because that was number 3. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Eurocastles, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. Link in the description to all of that stuff. Taking level 16 and above castles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just throw me an email and I will get to your castle whenever I have time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.